Hello and welcome to part 2. Today we are probably only going to be talking about the castle and Lady Dimitrescu, as I believe we will only have time for this one section today. It's a pretty lengthy one. So let's get started, shall we? Heisenberg, I like you. But why did you capture me just to let me go after Miranda says to kill me? Yes, I know she didn't say that specifically, but she said my fate was in your hands, and you had me run down here. So, killing me. I mean, I know the answer, you want me to help you later. But if this is my first time playing this, I don't know that. So all I know is that Miranda says that you can kill me, and then you don't kill me with your hammer and let me go, and I escape. Also, I have my weapons. I need someone to explain to me exactly what's happening right about here, because we're standing upright, get knocked down, and then something breaks and we start sliding, but he's still standing up. And then we keep sliding. What happened?
Anyone who is anyone has heard of the likes of you. A hero searching for his daughter.
So why did Heisenberg not know who we are? Is he a nobody? Is he not anybody? Did Miranda not tell him that we might be coming? Welcome to Castle Dimitrescu. I can't do Dracula. Cut that out. No, leave it in. Welcome to Lady Dimitrescu's castle. There's apparently something interesting about this person, but I guess I just haven't seen it yet. I found her character kind of bland, actually. How can I describe Lady Dimitrescu? She's protective of her daughters to the point of getting rather upset about you killing them, which, fair enough.
What have you done to my daughter?
Reviewers will point out style and I guess status, but that's not a personality in this case. It's a trope that's actually failing. Vampires in stories tend to be those of high status, the upper class. They're intelligent. The vampire is typically associated with a person of high social status and a lot of wealth, hence the trope. And the reason why I say it fails here is because she's not a vampire. The only vampire-ish thing with her is a lot of blood, which she needs to maintain her rate of healing. And that's it. She walks around outside in the courtyard in daylight. I have zero reason to believe that garlic does anything. She's reflective in the mirror. They don't even have the stereotypical sleeping in a casket. The hyped up character that everyone thought was a vampire is not a vampire. And I wonder if that was intentional. It almost feels like they wanted vampires and werewolves without having vampires and werewolves. But yeah, back on topic. Protective, and she's tall. Oh, and she wants to kill you. Like, really wants to kill you.
Too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done. Like I'd let me get off. You'll be sliced to ribbons before you ever see each other.
Or at least she keeps saying that she does. But that's it. That's all I've got for Lady Dimitrescu. No, wait, I lied. I do have something. She's annoying.
Yeah, just needs. You need to, and that's the thing. Then well, the problem would then move. She turns up way too fucking much in that castle. If you guys,
she's stymies your
Every time
progress.
I'm doing something really important, she's there.
I'm just like,
Every
really
time.
annoying.
because yeah,
I
it's
really read
annoying
into her,
because
really.
I can't fight her. That's or her daughters. You can't fight them until they're too stupid to live. So that's off the table. So
can
you
stun
know
the
that the
daughters,
only thing
though.
you could do is just run back to the safe house. And now you're just,
I did
the
think
game is wasting your time.
she's everywhere that you need to be. And if you run to the safety Duke room, like pretty much everyone does to exploit the hell out of that thing, she doesn't go away unless you save and then reload. And sometimes not even then. Why do you have her hang around basically forever? It takes her so long to just go far enough away for you to go back out and get around her if you're not playing this game like it's your bitch. I have a solution that will likely annoy the fuck out of a lot of people.
Well,
Yeah,
you
you're
know
gonna
what
have
would be
to
cool though?
go for
It
it.
would be just really cool in general, is if you could actually incapacitate her, but you can't. So
Allow me to direct your attention to Resident Evil 7, Jack Baker. At the expense of resources, you can knock him down for a good amount of time to let you explore or get away. They already had this problem solved in the previous game, but just didn't use it. Because Lady Dimitrescu is God, until the plot needs you to be able to kill her. Now I probably don't have to say it, because a lot of people have, but I'll say it anyway. Yes, she was underused for the amount of time that she was shown in the promotional trailers. Dead in the first hour. It's like the villagers all over again, but just one person this time. Now, question. Why is she cool with the Duke being in a room in her castle? Why is she cool with him helping you? Why won't she go in that room in her castle? Yes, it's a mechanical save room, but narratively it makes zero sense, and it could have been solved if they made her a legit vampire, can't walk in the daylight, and put the Duke's safe room in the courtyard. Why does she want to kill us, but just doesn't anytime she has the opportunity? Comment if you noticed this one. Why is this dude seen wearing Ingrid's necklace, and then is found in the castle, when this dude is killed by the Lycans in the village? Let's talk about the daughters for a second. Apparently, I have to clear this up for people. These three are not her daughters. They're three random people that she did her individual experiments on while trying to find a vessel for Miranda. The cold harms them. It's not sunlight, it's the cold. You first see this by being super lucky and have your bullet break the window. The second daughter, you blow a hole in the wall. And the third daughter is standing and waiting in a room where the ceiling opens up. Not a good tactical decision on her part. I have the same question as someone in my chat had. Why was she standing in there if the cold hurts them? How do I know it's the cold? Well, aside from basic logic with the windows, this game suffers from Outlast 2 syndrome. By that I mean literally everything is explained via notes. And this will become super relevant later, but this is where you first really see it happen, with the notes explaining the daughters, what they are, and the fact that they don't like the cold. Anyway, I remember hearing in a review that the daughters attack you unpredictably. I struggled to see how. Let me shed some light on this. You only have a chance at triggering one daughter to spawn. And she doesn't spawn in this room until you open this door. The other two daughters are area locked. One's in the basement and will only spawn there, and spoiler alert, you'll only get attacked by her once because you run to her death spot upstairs. The other daughter is the ditz waiting for you in the ceiling room, and she'll only spawn there. Which brings me back to this daughter. This spawn is easily exploitable too. You need the key to the courtyard. She won't spawn in this room until you get the key, and she'll head straight for that door. Also, don't believe these people who say shooting them doesn't do anything. If you shoot them, they dissolve into bugs and you can safely walk through them. Now, just for the sake of everyone's sanity, don't worry. I do remember watching a stream where this daughter eventually spawned in, so I made sure to test. And it is after you grab the courtyard key that she starts spawning in that room while you are in there.
Oh shit.
There you go. All this for a child who isn't even here.
What the hell do...
You ungrateful, selfish wretch! You come into my house! You lay your filthy man-hands on my daughters! And now you even try to steal my property! Damn! Rest while you can! Because I will hunt you! And I will break you!
Go ahead, do your worst.
She just pushed you through 3 stories worth of floors. Ethan, I don't think you want her to do her worst. You know what? Fine. Let's talk about this. Ethan reattaching his hand. So, pop quiz. Who remembers how you learn about the special properties of the Holy Goop in Resident Evil 7? Jack cuts your leg off and says,
This to fix your leg. You can do it.
remember how he does it? He holds his leg to his stump and pours the fluid on the 2 and it reattaches. In this game, I guess all you have to do is put the stuff on one side and just slap the hand back on. Whoops. Oh yeah, and the jacket. So I have another question. Why is there a sniper rifle just chilling out in a castle where all the old servants are armed with swords and axes? Who was up here in the tower with this thing? Who left it here? The weapon seems out of place in relation to the setting. I mean, it's not like the Duke doesn't sell us weapons, so why do we find a sniper rifle and not have the Duke sell it to us? Why, Lady Dimitrescu, do you have the one thing that can harm you or turn you into something that can be harmed in your castle? Why? You're an immortal being in this form. Why would you have the one thing that can change that in your castle? For safekeeping? Do not try to tell me that there weren't better options. For someone who wants to kill us so bad, you're doing an awful lot of not killing us. You could have just eaten us and have been done with it. Now the argument could be that she lost all sense of reason when she went into beast mode. To that I say, why did she throw me around like a sack of potatoes after cutting my hand off instead of just cutting me down if she wants to kill me that much? She's not in beast mode, so sense of reason should still be there, yeah? Also, Ethan, why do you run right by her? There's a path directly to the left that is not right next to her. Anyway, here's the start of the fight. If you just stand here and not waste your ammo, she just knocks you over and leaves. And then you can actually start. And you don't need to continuously shoot her throughout this segment. All you need to do is just damage her enough and then run around the entire outside, wait for her to break the last corner, and then she'll fly away.
You're the one who's cursed.
Fuck off, Ethan, you're not a one-liner character. Shut up.
The crests of the 4 bloodlines may open the path you seek.
Will you please stop talking in riddles?
That wasn't a riddle, Ethan. She literally just told you what to do. Collect Rose, are you serious? Yeah, I'm supposed to believe that this is a piece of my child. Okay, game. Never mind that we can't see inside of it. Never mind that there isn't actually a head floating around in here. No, just a jar that has head written on it. So that means this is her head. Okay, game. It wasn't enough to cut our limbs off, magically repair our jacket, bite half of our other hand off, not use the magic holy goop, punch the side of a window with the wounded part of the hand. No, you gotta tell me, no, this is definitely Rose's head in a jar. Duke, I'm sorry, man. You said some pretty wild things up to this point, but this one takes the cake. I just don't believe you here. So if I just grab a jar and write kill Miranda serum on the side of it with a Sharpie, that means it can kill Miranda, right? So, what's wrong here? Aside from Ethan being an idiot, shocker, Lady Dimitrescu barely having what qualifies as a character, and all of the other inconsistencies. The writing for this sequence is just nonsensical. Ethan should have been dead a long time ago and just isn't. After Ethan escapes from being strung up by his hands via hooks, which also fuck off, Lady Dimitrescu should have been like, fuck no, and literally sliced him to ribbons right then and there, instead of cutting his hand off and saying it, and then proceeding to throw him away from her. And then we should have been dead when Lady Dimitrescu enters final form and has every opportunity to eat us, and doesn't. Instead, she develops Terminator Salvation Syndrome and picks us up and throws us around. This game's entire plot relies on idiocy from both Ethan and the enemies. And how exactly is that supposed to be scary? What kind of horror is that? And if it's not supposed to be horror, then maybe you shouldn't call it horror. And you. I'll ask again, why do you have the one thing that can harm you inside your own castle? Why would you not eject that thing into orbit or some shit so no one would find it? The contrivance and counterintuitiveness of Lady Dimitrescu essentially having her own death key in her castle can be solved very easily, and it only further helps my call out of laziness. Give the knife to Heisenberg. Instead of killing Lady Dimitrescu, have the objective be to escape. When we meet up with Heisenberg, he gives us the means to kill her, supporting the painfully obvious fact that he doesn't like her too much. But we'll return to how to fix this dumpster fire of a story later. But for now, it seems that I was correct, as we have run out of time for today. In the next video, we will cover the dollhouse and maybe Moreau if there's time. I'll see you then.